Get on my career.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Sports Doctor's Inn. We've got a great show tonight. We're going to be covering the NBA, the NCAA Men's Football Championship, and we also will be discussing the NFL. Joining us tonight will be our NFL correspondent, Michael Bikini, and of course, Larry Abrams is here, along with the Sports Doctor, and we're ready to get started. First of all, Mike, how are you doing today?
Mike, can you hear us? Mike can't hear us.
Yes.
Can you hear us now?
I hear you. It looks like my laptop. No, I hear you. I hear you.
Sports Doctor
Yes,
just
I hear
asked,
you.
how are you doing
You
today?
hear me?
We can hear you.
A little better with the pleasure of being here. Thank you for the invitation.
Okay. You may be having a little delay, but we'll see how it works. Sports Doctor, what you want to start off with, the NFL playoffs?
No, the college. The
College. No, okay.
college championship game.
Great
Can
game.
you hear us, Mike, or are you getting a delay?
It might be a slight delay. I'm going to just say it was a great game. And I thought Indiana was going to win in a blowout. I was actually pleased that the game was far more competitive than I anticipated.
What did you think was the difference in the game, Mike?
Actually, Miami seemed like it had more talent. Indiana just their team.
What did you think, Sports Doctor?
I thought it was a great game, and Miami was better than I thought they were, but Indiana's a great team. They're really good. They're well coached and everything, and they didn't make any mistakes. And they played well. They're 16-0. What can you say? You can't say anything negative about it. It was a great game.
Agreed.
I think it was a great game, and ironically, I think the difference was the special teams. Certainly, Miami missed a field goal, hit the upright at the end of the first half. Toward the end of the first half, had a punt blocked and returned for a touchdown, and I saw them field punts inside the 5-yard line a couple of times for some reason. I don't know what they were thinking about being in a hole. Even though one of the times they still drove down the field and scored, but certainly Indiana made fewer mistakes, and they made big plays when they had to make them.
I see that a lot too, even in the pros, where I guess yesterday you would stand on the 10, and if it goes over your head, you let it go with the hopes it goes in the end zone. I see people fielding the ball at both the college and pro level now. Far frequently, they'll back up inside the 10 and field it in 5 or inside of it. Doesn't quite make sense to me.
Yeah, I saw one team doing it a lot last night. Now, one time I got to give Miami, I'll give them a break because the guy was probably standing in between the 20 and 25, and he retreated and caught the ball. He might not have known how far back he had gone, but still kind of like if you go a little bit, you might need to think about stopping. Mike, what did you think about Miami's quarterback? Not Miami's quarterback, I'm sorry. Well, we could talk about him too, but I really was going to talk about Indiana's quarterback. Does he look NFL ready to you?
Yes, he does. He seems to make good decisions. He seems athletic enough, makes the passes, made a lot of right reads. He's not going to lose you games. I don't know where the ceiling is, but in terms of losing it, he's not going to throw it away. He can play at the pro level.
What do you
Now,
think?
whether he should be the first pick in the draft, I think that could create a problem for him. Typically, he looks like also a guy who would work well in the system, but you go to a dysfunctional organization, that won't bode well.
Yeah. Sports Doctor, what do you think? He's definitely going to the Raiders.
if he goes to the Raiders, I feel sorry
He
for
needs to
him.
go.
Go ahead, Earl.
He's going to be a good pro quarterback. He's not going to be no star. He might even be able to become a star. As Mike said, the most important thing, he doesn't make a lot of turnovers. You got to be mentally strong to be successful in the NFL as well. So that looks like things look good for him in that aspect. And I hope he does go to the Raiders. The Raiders need a quarterback. You got to have a quarterback and you got to have a coach. You got to have a quarterback.
Yeah.
They don't
The
have.
Raiders need more than a quarterback and a coach. It's a dysfunctional organization.
But that'll put them in the right direction. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Those are definitely two things they need. They don't even have a coach yet.
Yeah.
What about Miami's quarterback, Earl? What do you think about him? Because he was somebody that were talking, people were thinking highly of him early on, but if you've seen him play a couple of times, what do you think?
No, I don't see him being a franchise quarterback. That's what you're asking me. No. Will he be a decent pro? He could be a backup for somebody.
Backup.
Because he was kind of unsteady sometimes this year. But his 2 years at Georgia, he was decent, but he had a powerhouse squad. But Miami's a good squad as well. But I don't see this guy being a star in pro. I'm not quite. Is that what you were asking?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. How do you think he'll do? I thought I don't know what it was him. I didn't like their play calling in the first half. They were throwing like just 1 yard passes. They had 3rd and 10 and they throwing 3 yard passes, and Indiana was just tackling them. They were putting too much on their receivers to break tackles instead of trying to go downfield. But in the second half, once he started going downfield, I thought he did all right. But it was kind of like his season up and down. Some games he played well.
Yeah. Well,
so he had all of it at one game yesterday. What did you think of Carson Beck, Mike?
I'm going to agree with you both somewhat. At the next level, I don't know if it's there. It looks like he's good enough to play at the next level. Don't think he'll be a star for anyone. And what I was saying earlier about organizations, if you put yourself in, say, a 8, 9, 10, and you're dumping it, and you're on a team with a lot of great athletes, and accustomed to guys just making plays for you, that's not going to happen at the next level, not on a consistent basis. Now, like you said, once he started going downfield with he made the shots. I mean, he was hitting people in the numbers.
Yeah, that last pass was kind of threw it in double coverage.
Mostly.
Yeah.
he played all right, but
I mean, he didn't do. Let's put it this way: the team was in the championship game with a chance to win on the last drive. Can you really ask more than that? Especially when the other team knows you need 7.
That's true.
No, I thought it was a good game. The last pass, though, was like, even from every angle, it looked like he was throwing in a double coverage. And the quarterback.
He was throwing in the double coverage.
Quarterback came up and got it, but even if it got over his head, it looked like the safety would have had to play on the ball.
Right.
But all in all, I thought it was a pretty good game. It kept my attention the whole time.
Very much so.
What did you think about the Buffalo game?
Well, I picked Buffalo.
To the NFL.
Huh?
I had picked Buffalo to win, so I was less than pleased with the outcome. But I don't know if I would point. I don't think I would find my coach over it. If you keep putting yourself in a position to be a contender every year, I could think of a lot worse.
Well,
And
every time he come up, he has not come up big in crucial situations. How many times how many chances you gonna give somebody?
as long as you get me to the playoffs and put me in position to win. First of all, a lot of those losses came against the Chiefs when the Chiefs were at their best.
Well, they're still losses though.
They're losses, but I don't know. I guess I've lived with a team that's happy to see 500 a lot. So the idea that you're in the championship game or in the playoff game or divisional game is a lot better than. I mean, I watch a lot of these coaches get recycled, and I don't know if they're going to find anybody better in the short run.
That's a good point, because I don't. In order to do better than him, you got to at least get to the championship game, and he's been to the championship game before, but running up against Patrick Mahomes has been his problem.
Well,
I thought that the quarterback didn't play nearly as well as he could. He's a great player, and he kept his team competitive, but he had some bad turnovers.
Oh, especially the one he just sort of threw behind himself 20 yards. That was almost a 6-point swing right there. They should have got at least 3 out of that and ended up giving up a field goal.
Well, that was the one he fumbled.
You say fumbled. It looked like he almost threw it backwards 20 yards.
Well, I think the guy knocked it out of his hand, but he should have just down. They weren't going to get any points there. He should have just downed it, because if he had got tackled, they didn't have any more timeouts. They snapped the ball with 18 seconds left. He ended up running the ball, and he should have just went down and, because he wasn't going to score. They snapped the ball.
They gave up at least 3 points needlessly.
Yeah, they snapped the ball around the 35. He should have just, once he realized he wasn't going to take it coast to coast, he should have just went on down. And he threw a couple of interceptions.
Josh Allen is a great. I won't say good. I would say he's a great player.
Josh Allen, yeah.
But you can't do it all. You gotta have some kind of help, man. You have to have some kind of help. You have help. The running back was okay. But, it takes more than a running back and a great quarterback to win if you play a certain team.
Cook is a very good running back.
And I think one of his receivers is not bad either.
Both of them. I don't think they give him the ball.
Yeah. I don't think you would consider his team help. That's why I said what I said. He didn't have no help. His running back was okay. His running back wasn't exceptional like he has been. He didn't have any help. What would you expect a man to do?
Well, I think his passes were off.
And why is he crying? Because he's frustrated because it's been so many times. How many times do you get somebody? Sometimes something stays you right in the face. You just got to look at it. We're not going nowhere with this guy.
See, I think some of the games he's lost, like against Patrick Mahomes, he's played very well, and they just didn't get the ball at the end. This game, I don't think he played that well. I mean, he did okay, but he had about 3 or 4 turnovers himself.
He played Mahomes several times. If you're going to get it done, you got to eventually figure it out. You can't give
I'm just talking about this game. Some of those games he's lost, he's actually played well. They lose in overtime because he doesn't get the ball. But this game, he got the ball. He had opportunities, and he just didn't deliver it this week.
Yeah, too many turnovers this week. But
with McDermott at the helm, they have not gotten it done. That's all.
Okay, I was talking about the quarterback now. McDermott, he's a different ball game. Even though I still don't know if they'll do better, unless they are able to get some great receivers and another, some more players.
Yeah.
I don't know how much better they'll do. But this was the year that they should have probably come out of the AFC.
And they didn't, so that's why he got to go. His coach has to go. He has to go. Somebody got to be held accountable for the deficiencies of any operation. If you're part of it, you gotta go.
Well, he could have got 18 or 19 years like Tomlin or Harbaugh. Some people.
What if the general manager was the problem?
And yeah,
he got promoted.
That happened. I think he got promoted. Yeah.
Yeah. The GM got promoted. If the GM was the problem?
Well, like Earl is saying, they don't have a lot of good players. So, I mean, they don't have the superstars in all the positions. Yeah, I would look at him too. And but he probably, if it's him or me, I'm firing the coach. If he gets to make the call. That's probably it. He probably said, I gave him the players and he hasn't won.
Just like another reason why. This was college and not pertaining to pros, but Cignetti came in and he did everything that needed to be done in 2 years. They're not looking for these long time turnarounds like that no more. I mean, organizations in general, they don't. This guy can do it. We can find somebody that can come. There's got to be somebody out there we can bring in to do it quicker than what he's doing. This guy has at least 6 times for crucial games to win, and he has not come through. He's not coming through. People don't understand that.
Well,
if the coach is getting you to the playoffs,
yeah. To me, losing to Kansas City, they beat everybody.
To be ashamed of.
Yeah. And losing this game this week, yeah, that's a problem.
And there's no reason for you to turn your head to inefficiency. The guy, he just hasn't done it, man. That's all. God damn.
If you lost the ball as many times as Buffalo did this weekend,
well,
is that on the coach?
Get some.
Is that on the coach?
The thing about it, I think
everything is on the coach. That's why he's the coach. Everything is on the coach. Get some players that ain't gonna be fumbling. Get some players that are gonna perform in the crew.
That's the GM's job.
Yeah, the GM brings the players in, and the GM got promoted.
He's gonna have some say.
I mean, you can't say it's like I need X, Y, Z. I need a weak side linebacker. I need a tight end. I need whatever. I need a left guard. But at some point, players have to play. In the GM,
I think they were going to get rid of him. I've been hearing, speculation toward the end of the season that he was going to be gone anyway. So I guess maybe I don't know how long he's been there, but he's been there a few years, and maybe the fans like.
Oh my God!
The fans are, yeah. The fans are probably saying, it's time for somebody new. They might be saying that. Whether it's a good move or not,
it wasn't always better.
Yeah, but
in fact, if anybody's available, you might have to start with the question: why are they available?
Well, Harbaugh was available and Tomlin was available, and they've got somewhat proven records. Tomlin has never really had a quarterback like they got up there.
No, not close.
But I think Tomlin, the team will owe Pittsburgh compensation if they sign Tomlin. So I don't think he's going anywhere.
That's less than likely to happen.
Yeah.
Doesn't Tomlin have like 2 years left on his deal?
Yeah.
One.
No, he's got two.
Whatever it is, nobody's going to pick him up in that time frame.
Yeah, he's got 2 years, $25 million each. He left $50 million on the table, and he walked away from that. That was stunning to me when I read that. But they said they wanted him back. Well, that's what the owner said. Of course, he'll say that if the guy quits, he's holding all the cards. So, what other games do we have? Seattle against San Francisco. That was kind of ugly. You see that, Mike?
Yeah, I did. And again, I was expecting a bigger effort from Seattle, despite the fact they won. San Francisco, without their starting quarterback, I think did a lot better than
their quarterback played. Purdy played.
Oh, hold on. No, he was scheduled to be out. That's right. He played. Yeah, I just didn't expect this much from him. But Seattle impresses me.
Yeah, San Francisco has injuries in a lot of other places. They lost Kittle.
Kittle,
previous game. You see that game, Earl?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of that?
It wasn't much to talk about. It has to happen eventually. the all the injuries on the 49ers just caught up with them. They were just out. They were just outdone. I don't think they would have played like that if they had some of their players back. I'm not impressed with Seattle. Everybody's talking about their defense and everything. So it's going to be just like I had told you 2 to 3 weeks ago. I'm looking at Los Angeles Rams and New England Pacers going to the Super Bowl. Just like I told you. So that's how it is.
The Patriots played phenomenal defense.
Seattle ain't gonna be, that defense is gonna be turned away when they play against the Rams. The Rams have some weapons. 49ers didn't have anybody. They had multiple. They've been playing well against everybody. Seattle has been beating everyone, no matter what. They've been playing very well. I'm just telling you this. It's not gonna be like that against the Rams. That's all.
Oh, I think they're going to have a much tougher game against the Rams. I think, like one of you just said that, well, both of you probably alluded to it, 49ers probably ran out of gas. I thought their coach was doing an excellent job playing, all these people with all these injuries.
Yeah.
He was playing his cards very well, and they probably were outplayed by Philadelphia, but they made 2 or 3 big plays in order to win the game when they needed a big play. But I think Philadelphia probably dominated the time of possession of all of that. But when they played Seattle this week, Seattle just ate them up. I mean, they couldn't get anything going offensively, and Seattle looked good.
And I'm never going to cry that Phillies out. So,
yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. But I mean, I'm giving the 49ers credit for playing well that week.
Yeah, they got some chicken wire and duct tape and cobbled something together and made it work.
And they've kind of done that to most of the season, but yeah, Seattle was just too strong for them. So we got one more game. We did the Broncos and who did the Patriots play this week? That's what I missed it. Yeah. What about that game, Mike?
New England's impressed me, and I don't like rooting. I really did not want to see them win, but they did exceptionally well and nullified Houston's defense by and large. And they were able to move the ball on them and stop Houston from doing anything they wanted to do. The quarterback they have up there now looks very comfortable. Looks like an all-pro quarterback. Making it happen. And I'm actually a little surprised.
What did you think of that game, Earl?
It wasn't a great game. It wasn't really much to talk about, but I knew New England was going to win. They did what they had to do. They don't win with a whole lot of style points and everything. They should have beat them by more than what they beat them by, but they did what they had to do, and that was it.
I wasn't terribly impressed with New England. Well, I shouldn't say that. Houston quarterback turned the ball over. What, he threw 4 interceptions in the first half?
Yeah,
but New England really didn't capitalize on that. Other than the pick 6 that they got, Houston kept them from scoring after those turnovers.
No, Houston's defense has played phenomenal.
Oh, they were right in that game. I mean, they were right there. But I mean,
and like I said, it was too many turnovers. Stroud looked bad.
Yeah, and even when they had a drive going, the running back fumbled one when they were kind of down by the red zone, and they couldn't get into the end zone. That was their problem. But I'm looking at New England, and New England probably will get to the Super Bowl now because Nick says a broken ankle. So Denver's got to go with a backup quarterback now, and Nick breaks his ankle on the next to last play of the game. But no, the sports doctor's been predicting the Rams and Patriots all year. I got to get into him. Ever since preseason, he was saying that, and or early in the season, I will say he's been saying Rams and Patriots. Now the Patriots seem like they have the path there, and Buffalo still's got to be kicking themselves because I'm thinking Buffalo could have gone to New England and beat them if they played their best. Both teams playing their best. But I'm looking. I'll be surprised if the Broncos can beat them.
So you think Buffalo wasn't playing well? You don't think that New England stopped them from playing well? You think that they
I mean Denver?
No, Buffalo.
Denver played Buffalo.
Denver and Buffalo play. You said I don't think Buffalo was one drive from time to score, but they had 5 turnovers and they were still right in that game. When you turn the ball over 5 times, that's a recipe for disaster. And they were right there because the quarterback did make some good plays. He wasn't like Houston's quarterback, turn it over 5 times and didn't do anything. They did make some plays. I think if they have 1 or 2 less turnovers, I think they win that game.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, they went to overtime,
Yes, did.
and gave them that 3 points right before halftime. That was a good game. But the Patriots are in good position now. I expect them to win this game.
Great position.
What was the score of that game, Larry? 18-3?
No, it was a 3-point. I can't remember the score, like 27, maybe 30, 27. They kicked a field goal in overtime after they got a pass interference.
Yeah, what, Buffalo and
in Denver.
Denver.
Yeah.
what other game did you talk about? 18-3. Oh, New England and
New England was up. They probably won.
that game was 18-3.
No, they had more than that. They had 20 something because they was up 21-10 or something at one point. And I just knew if Houston could have scored a touchdown, they would have been back in the game, and they could never get in. They were up 21-6 or something like that, and they could never get into the game. They could just get field goals. But the best game of the week, I think, undoubtedly, were the Rams and the Bears.
Oh,
that game was good.
Extremely good.
What did you think of that game, Mike?
Oh, well, let's start with the pass that I don't think should have happened, where basically Caleb Williams was scrambling, running for his life, and I think he's just throwing it up for grabs, and sure enough, it drops right in the receiver's arms, I don't know why the DB let him go. It looked like a slight push-off, but
it didn't look like
both teams were making plays and keeping themselves in it. And that could have easily gone either way.
It just looked to me like he was throwing up a grab. He just threw it to him. He just threw it to him.
Well, I watched that from a lot of angles. And what really happened, because first I was saying, how could the DB let somebody get that far behind him? But what he did was he got positioned kind of like the wide receiver was big. I think it was the tight end.
Yeah.
It was almost like a basketball player getting position.
Under the board.
They were like jockeying for position.
And
then when the ball came, he just nudged him a little bit, and created space. But that was an incredible play. Earl, the Patriots won 28-16. That was that score.
All right.
Earl, what did you think of that game? Bears and Rams.
I thought it was a great game. It was a great game.
Definitely the best game of the weekend.
In the divisional round and the wild card round, for those of us who don't have a dog in the fight, it was very enjoyable football viewing. A lot of competitive games. It's been a blast to watch.
I heard the players interview before the Rams and Bears game, and the announcer was talking about, what about the weather? And both players on both teams that were interviewed said, we don't care about the weather. This is going to be a physical game, and whoever can win the battle of physicality will win this game. And them guys were hitting so hard in the first half, I didn't even know how they could survive that. Earl, you were talking the other day, and you were talking about how serious football was. Yeah. I was thinking about you saying your statement about that. When they played in the first half, they were hitting each other. Yeah. I mean, it was. I didn't even know. I figured it'd just be a battle of attrition. But I think both teams hung in there to the end. Wow. Mike, when the Bears went down and scored, should they have gone for 2 on their last possession? They went down and scored.
Given that they were at home, I would say no. I mean, I would like to give myself a fair chance. I think I'm playing well. Let's take this in overtime, make it. I mean, you could argue it either way, but I had no problem with them kicking the extra point.
What did you think, Earl?
I think you kick the extra point, get to overtime. I thought the game was over when they went to overtime. Chicago had all the momentum going. You gotta get to overtime first. You don't want to
I
lose
agree.
extra points. Anything can happen with extra points. The odds are you're gonna kick a extra point.
If they go for 2 and miss it, they get booed out of their stadium.
Well, the announcers were saying they should go for 2. I was watching that game, and the Rams stopped them about 3 times on
I noticed that also.
fourth down that day. So I was thinking the one thing that I thought Chicago I would have probably called out of let the quarterback kind of roll out or something like that. They didn't run him too much, which I liked. He ran a couple of times. It was very successful, but I don't know. I can see it both ways, but I didn't have a problem getting a point either.
Yeah, but let's say they roll them out, especially when they get close. If you don't do it all the time, great. But there are a couple of key situations where you would like to have that option. And Caleb's a big guy, so if you see 2 or 3 yards free in front of you, goal line in front of you,
I didn't see how they were going to hijack the momentum from the Bears, but they found a way and they did it. You had the momentum, and you go to overtime and you win that game.
Well, but did they really have a momentum? I mean, it
Yeah,
looked like the Rams.
they had momentum with those great plays and the energy going in that building. Yes, they had momentum.
See, to me, I thought the Rams really were looking good. Other than that last series when he made that great play, that great throw, I thought the Rams had them locked up. And I was thinking if I was the Rams, I'd have been kicking myself because they looked like the better team, not by a whole lot, but just a little better. And maybe because they were stopping them on fourth down so much,
Hey,
I thought Chicago.
After that touchdown he threw, after that play he did,
At that time, you thought it was
they had all the momentum they needed.
Yeah, that's what some people say.
Also, Chicago's had so many comeback wins this year. I guess they felt like we got this.
Everybody thought that game was over. Not everybody. Let me stop.
I'm talking about it.
A lot of people.
I'm
On
sure
that
their
pass,
fans were feeling good about it.
On that pass, I thought Williams Goose was cooked when he started running back.
Yeah, I thought it was over.
Yeah. I'm like, he's done.
I've never seen a better pass play.
Yeah, that was it seemed like the Rams had the right defense, they had guessed right and everything.
I mean, the way he threw the ball,
he had to sprint backwards, about 20 yards and then threw it.
Man, that's the thing. There's no way he just threw that ball up for grass and that ball popped in his hand.
Because the Ram rush was very good. They actually boxed them in. They didn't let them get outside to make a play. They had perfect contain. They left them with no other option.
Yeah, they had the perfect.
It was laid out.
Yeah, they had him there.
Woo!
I'm like looking at this. I'm like, he's done, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Right. Okay.
But that certainly was a physical game.
Yeah.
Oh man, who do you? So Sports Doctor, I know who you've been picking all year, the Rams and the New England. So I guess you're not going to go off of that, Mike. Who do you think is going to be in the Super Bowl?
Oh, now I don't want to agree with Earl, but I'm going to have to. I have to agree with Earl. No, actually, I'm not. Let's go, and that's only because Knicks is out. Let's go, New England, Seattle.
Yeah, I think that let's see, they've played 3 times and they split. I mean, they played 2 times and they split. The last game, Seattle came from like 16 points down to win by 3.
I think Seattle this time, at this point of the year, is just playing better than everybody else on the NFC side.
Yeah, I don't know. That's this is going to be tough.
Well,
that's going to
if
be
we
tough.
knew, it would be no point in playing the game.
Who'd you pick, Larry? Who'd you pick?
I'm leaning toward the Rams right now. A few weeks ago, I thought the Rams were the best team in the league, and Seattle and San Francisco both showed me something, and ended up I guess they ended up ahead of the Rams because the Rams had the lowest seed. Yeah, because they had to go on the road to not the lowest seed. No. I guess
Seattle had the top seed.
no, but I'm trying to think. One of them played. I think the Rams must have been seed number 6 out of 7 because they went to, or maybe 5 out of 7. They went to Carolina and played their first game, so they played the weakest divisional winner. So they were probably the 5th seed. San Francisco was number 6. That's right. But the Rams, they've had to win games on the road, and to get to the Super Bowl, that would be 3 straight wins on the road, and they seem poised to do it. Sam Darnold, I'm not 100% sure about yet. That's the big question there. They look good, and Sam Darnold looks good in some games. He's played well most of the season.
Great in some games.
Yeah, he's played well most of the season.
In some games, you get that. Okay, that's why teams get letting them go.
But he's going against a better quarterback. If Stafford plays his best game,
He's a better quarterback.
But I guess the defense, they're not playing against the same defenses, so Seattle's defense is shut up. But I'm kind of leaning against the Rams. I think the AFC game is not even. I almost don't even want to watch it with Denver's backup quarterback. Denver's backup quarterback playing. Let's see. I guess there was a couple of coaching hires this week, but
well, there were a lot of vacancies.
Yeah. Well, I think the defensive coach for the 49ers just signed with somebody today. I can't remember his name. He's been a head coach before.
Saleh?
The guy that was with the Jets previously.
Robert Saleh?
Yeah, he signed with somebody today.
The Titans.
Wow, yeah, okay. He's gonna have a rough time.
Yeah, that guy.
When you're with the sports doctor, don't laugh at him, just utilize him.
Just ask the sports doctor.
Yeah, you wondering, you don't need to do that.
And so who did Atlanta hire?
I'm not sure if they hired anyone yet.
I thought they hired a guy. Mike, do you know?
No, I don't know.
Somebody hired.
I like to see this season finish before I worry about all the off-season stuff.
It's the guy. I think his name is Stanfowski or something.
Oh, the guy that was in Cleveland.
Yeah, he's with Atlanta.
Oh, they hired him.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what he did in Cleveland that made Atlanta go. This is our guy.
And of course, the Giants hired Harbaugh.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
You didn't like that?
No.
Wow.
Why do you care about that?
Because my favorite team is in that division. I think he's a very good coach.
Oh.
And he picked up. Looks like Jason Dart's doing well. They got Neighbors. They have some talent there.
I think Neighbors is very good. Are you sold on Dart, the quarterback?
More so than, well, I didn't even like Jones. Except he showed me something in Indianapolis he never showed me in New York. So I'm thinking with a coaching change or a coaching upgrade, the Giants could make some noise next year.
Specifically, is that answer to his question? Are you sold?
Yeah, the quarterback. Do you like? Are you sold?
I'm trying to dance around it, but okay. I'm going to say he's probably the worst quarterback in the division at present, but better than what they had.
So the Giants probably have about the number 3 pick or something. If a quarterback was available, and I know it may not be anybody great, but if it was a decent quarterback out there, would you, or even with the quarterbacks that are there, would you consider picking one, or are you sold on him going forward?
I think Dart has earned at least a year to give him a fair look.
Okay.
He hasn't done anything to hurt himself.
How do you feel, sports doctor?
He looks like he has potential. But if you're asking me, am I sold on him? I'm going to stick with Michael and say, well, maybe give him a little bit more time before I make that decision whether I'm sold or not. He needs more time. So at the present time, to answer your question, I'm not sold on him.
Well, and I'm really kind of asking because I think they got the number 3 pick or something like that.
They got the number 2 pick. I'm the
Number 2
Giants.
pick, okay. Would you draft a quarterback?
It's the quarterback. Did what I liked. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can either have a heck of a backup quarterback in Dart or trade him. Dart,
They're a generational quarterback projected to come out.
if I'm not sold on him,
Well, and I mean, like if I'm Washington, I'm not drafting a quarterback. If I'm Chicago, I wouldn't draft a quarterback. I wouldn't draft a quarterback if I was Denver. It's a lot. It was a lot of quarterbacks that came out last year, the previous season. That in their second year.
Yeah.
And if I had C.J. Stroud, I would draft one. He had one good year. He's had 2 bad years. Dart, to me, the jury is out. And I asked that question because I'm not sure what I would do with him either. When I watched them play, I watched a lot of the Giants games. I thought the best quarterback they had up there was Jameis Winston when he threw the ball. Dart to me was just a dink and dunk guy, and he would run the ball. But I didn't see him. He wasn't impressing me throwing the ball downfield. And Russell Wilson is done. So
I've been hearing you say that, Larry.
Say that again.
I've been hearing you say it like the last 4 weeks about the same thing about
Dart.
No, about the other quarterback was the best.
Oh, Winston played better than him.
What you saying? Out of respect for you, I respect you. I look up to you and everything. I haven't said anything, so I'm not.
Say something.
I'm not gonna say.
Now, I'm not saying I want Winston, but to me, out of the 3 Giants quarterbacks, he was the one that played the best, especially when it comes to throwing the ball downfield. Okay, if I'm New York, I might consider, and Winston or Russell Wilson would stop me from drafting a quarterback if I was thinking about drafting a quarterback. Dart is the one that I'm not totally sold on him yet. He has a lot of spunk and everything. But I don't think he outplayed Winston this year. That's the thing. And I would like
if he didn't outplay Winston, why are you even asking what you draft the quarterback?
I think the Giants might be vested in him. The Giants might be, and again, he might be like you guys. He's only a rookie. Winston is. We know what he is. We know what his ceiling is.
We know what he is, and regardless of what he's doing or what time of the year it is or whatever. If Dart's not outplaying Winston, who's done, of course I'm drafting the quarterback.
I wasn't impressed with him. I see him running the ball. I see him throwing a little. The receiver they got, Robinson. When Dart's there, they throw like little 2 or 3 yard passes to him. When Winston was there, he was sitting him downfield for. Winston was more likely to throw downfield. That's all it was. And some of it just might be experience. I wouldn't put all my eggs in Winston's basket either. Don't get me wrong there. I'm just not sold on Dart yet.
I come from a strange school. I come from a school where if you don't know something, then that's the same way of basically being known. For example, if you ask me, do I love the woman that I love? Do I love her? Yeah, of course I love her. If I say, I don't know, I don't love her.
That's what you said about Dart when I asked you the question. He's like, you and Mike said, I will give him one more year.
That's why I asked, I would draft another quarterback.
Okay, yeah, y'all are like, I'll give him one more year.
Come on, man.
But if you draft another quarterback, number 1, you're not giving him another year.
Well,
you're not going to use a number 2 pick on a quarterback.
I didn't say we had to get one. I said if I had, he may need another year. So I didn't say I was not doing anything.
So you got the number 2 pick in the draft. Are you looking for a quarterback?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course I am.
See, I think the Giants are kind of sold on him, which makes me
not. Why? He just been telling me all he can.
No, I said I think the Giants are
5-yard passes. All.
No, I said I think the Giants are sold on him. I'm not sold on him.
Oh.
I think the Giants are sold on him.
And that might change once Harbaugh gets in and starts looking at things.
Yeah, because he asked for a lot of power there. He did ask for a lot of power there.
I mean, he may have asked that question walking in the door.
I
Is
think
there
the
anybody I have to
Ravens-
keep?
I think the Ravens won that Super Bowl in spite of
Harbaugh.
you know. This, this,
Well,
this year, when they had all the injuries, was the first year they didn't really. Even after the Super Bowl, they always have had notorious defenses. This year they didn't have it. Trash.
they had the second leading rusher in the league, and he had 5 games where he got 12 or fewer carries. That should not happen.
Shouldn't have.
Should not have happened.
What do you think about that, Mike?
Easy, shouldn't happen. I mean, think about it. You're sitting there, you got a Derrick Henry type guy available to you. Why are you not giving them the ball? That seems like a no-brainer.
One game he had like 200 yards rushing, and he didn't even come in the last 2 series. I don't get it. And you lose by, less by 1 score. So,
Now, there could be some other factors. He could have been injured or something that we don't know about, or at least hurt.
no, he wasn't injured.
I didn't see. I'm reaching.
No, the speculation was he had a problem fumbling the ball. So what happened with him? The first 3 games of the season, he fumbled. They lost 2 of them. They recovered 1 of them. So he kind of got that label. He fumbled 1 more time in the season, probably like week 15. But for him to come in second in rushing and have 5 games where he has 12 carries or less, I think that says a lot about him.
He's good.
Yes. And there's been a couple of games. So as a Commanders fan, Harbaugh doesn't necessarily scare me going to New York. And I'm not sold on their quarterback, so that doesn't necessarily scare me either. Not because of them. I might be scared because of Washington's lack of talent. That's a whole different story.
That's a different story.
Yeah, but I'm not afraid of New York.
Well, I mean, they have other issues, so. And I don't even think quarterback's at the top of their list.
So Mike has Seattle and
New England.
New England, and Larry, you got New England and Seattle and the
The
Rams.
Rams.
Oh, you,
The Rams and New England.
you know
It's
what?
hard to pick Denver going into the championship game with the backup.
It was hard to pick him whether he got hurt or not. You got it.
No, if Knicks were in there, I could easily consider otherwise.
Well, I think I'd feel better about it,
Yeah. There's a reason they're the number 1 seed. You can't discount that entirely.
They had a soft schedule.
I mean, I'll give you the West is. Actually, can I say that? Can I say the West is Buffalo, Jets, and Miami?
You mean in the East? Yeah. But I think they played like the 4th place schedule or something. Where
Raiders, Kansas City, and Chargers.
But I think they played like a 4th place schedule, during the season.
What did New England play?
I'm not sure. But I mean, that's been a knock on them. But my thing is when you play a schedule like that and you win 14 games.
Well, winning 14 games is a big deal anyway.
Right. These are the pros. It's not like you play in college teams.
You're supposed to beat teams that you're better than.
So who's the MVP of the league this year, Mike?
Ooh. Stafford?
Who do you think it is, Earl?
I don't know. I
But you're the
can't.
sports doctor.
I can't. I know, but I know I say a lot of things that are outrageous, but I try to cut down on outrageous stuff when I don't have to say it. I can't say. I wanted to say Stafford, but has he really been an MVP? I don't think so. The Rams' record is kind of shaky in the end. Just because they go to the Super Bowl don't mean he's supposed to be the MVP. And so if I can't say Stafford, I can't say no one, and I can't say Stafford.
But their record wasn't bad. They probably won like 12 or 13 games regular season.
The Rams supposed to be the number one seed, man. It was tripping. Let Seattle beat them. Let the 49ers beat them. Come on, man. That's garbage.
Yeah, the Rams, I think they lost to the 49ers, the Seahawks, and the Eagles. I remember the Eagles blocked the kick and ran it back on them.
Shouldn't have lost none of those.
Yeah, but they didn't lose any. Those are legitimate teams, and all of those games were close too. All of those games. Plus, they beat the 49. They beat the 49ers in the
They still
Seahawks.
lost the game.
You got to lose sometime. It's not like they lost to the Raiders. Somebody.
You gotta lose to the 49ers. You gotta lose to the 49ers. Come on.
49ers had a pretty good season this year too. I don't know who I would pick for MVP. I just thought of that question, and Stafford might be the choice. He might be the choice.
And I don't want no stupid person say anything like McCaffrey either. Nope.
Well, McCaffrey had a good season too.
Well, he may have, but I don't want anybody to say that.
I think he probably was the most important reason for San Francisco winning all of those games.
4-letter word, luck. Yeah.
He should be up there. I thought Jonathan Taylor was up there early on, but he kind of got shut down after their quarterback got hurt.
Last game we get
Saquon Barkley was having a good year.
who?
Saquon Barkley. He was playing well.
Not most of the season.
Well, I mean,
We talking about this year.
Yeah,
Mike.
not most of the
We're
season.
not talking about last year, Mike.
Does he have to get 2,000 yards every year?
He gotta get up.
He got to get 100 yards in a game. He didn't do that a couple of times.
He gotta get at least 1,500 to get an MVP vote.
He still scares me when he's on the field.
I don't think let me see how many yards he got.
He don't have nowhere near 1,500.
No, I don't even know if he has 1,000,
Yeah, he got over 1,000.
which is only 50-some yards a game or something like that. But I know most of the games he was held down. He got 100 yards the game against the 49ers. But yeah, most of the season he was having a rough time.
So, Mike, was you serious when you suggested that?
He got 1,100 yards this year.
I didn't know whether Mike was trying to be funny or not.
Actually, no, I wasn't trying to be funny.
Oh.
I think it's almost like a Derrick Henry thing. I think when they actually feed him the ball, he does well.
You haven't seen him play this year enough.
I guess I didn't see him play enough.
He's got 4 games where he's got 100 yards. He's got a lot of 40-some yards, 60, 44. Because I think to get in a 17-game season, I think all you got to get is average about 53 yards a game or something, somewhere around that, and you'll get 1,000 yards. He's got 1,140 yards.
I watch sport. I watch at least 3 versions of Sports Center a day. I didn't see Saquon Barkley on Sports Center this year on highlights.
He said he had 4 games this season where he got 100 yards. So, yeah.
Anyway, my pick was Bradford anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he was. That was really Philly should have helped him out by like throwing the ball downfield and getting them in motion. They just thought they could run over everybody like they did last year. And I know a couple of linemen were different this year, and teams just dared Hurst to throw the ball downfield. He never did it, which was made AJ Brown mad. Wonder if AJ Brown's going to be back in Philadelphia too.
No,
You don't think so?
you're not worth that kind of trouble.
Is he a free agent?
I think he is.
No,
But if not, he'll want to be paid. But he's been hollering about stuff anyway. He and the coach got into it in the game.
when you drop a ball that could possibly win a game, and you've been crying all season about you this and all that, he's supposed to got yelled at.
No, but he got yelled at way before that. Way before that. It was like in the first half or something.
Well,
Like
he
that.
dropped the ball back then too, man. He dropped about 3 balls.
Yeah, but I think the play that he got yelled at, I think the coach was saying he ran the wrong route or something. I don't know. But he definitely dropped one in the fourth quarter that he should have had. They hit both hands.
I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating. I don't exaggerate. He dropped 3 passes that game.
He did. No, I saw him drop 3 passes. But when the coach went after him, I don't think it was on a drop that he had. I think the coach was saying he ran the wrong pattern. They were like pointing at each other.
But he dropped something before that, before he yelled at him.
Okay.
Like, you gonna catch the ball or what? Oh, man.
But he definitely dropped something after that. And it looked like he wasn't even in the game.
This guy's making 30, 40 million a year. You can't be dropping no balls, man. Come on, man.
He's human, man. He's got to realize he's human. But he's human. Anybody to drop. So you think he's gone? You think he'll be back, Mike, in Philadelphia?
If he's a free agent, no.
He's not.
Otherwise, I don't know. Actually, he's about 10 years in now. It's got to be like 31, 32.
Something like that. No, he's not a free agent, but they're talking about trading him. I just looked it up. A lot of GMs are asking, is he available? I'd take him on my team.
You could do a lot worse than A.J. Brown.
Yeah, I'd take him on my team. I did.
I don't mind having a D on my team.
They catch the ball. He usually does.
He causing trouble that don't usually cause, man. So he gotta go. You playing on the team, man. You're not gonna catch 15 balls a game ain't gonna be thrown to you. We ain't gonna throw every long ball to you. Sit down or shut up. Come on, man. Get out of here with that stuff.
I can tolerate stuff if you're otherwise productive, you know. And I would throw the ball to him. If I was here in Washington and they had him in
McLaurin.
17, I'd be all right with that. He can have his fits every now and then.
If they didn't have injuries, they had some crucial injuries to the offensive line. If they didn't have an injury, they could still be playing just like they playing last year.
Or I think they could. I think they needed to do something with their passing game though, and I think they were kind of they didn't do anything to change it. Last year they was able to overpower everybody. This year they needed to try something different.
You know, offensive linemen don't grow on trees, man. Somebody get injured, it's gonna take a while to upgrade the line again. They don't need to be throwing the ball at him all day on time.
Well, they got him and the other guy, Swift. And they were just so their offense to me was vanilla. It was like that. I was commenting on that early in the year when they were winning 16-10, and people were saying, "Well, they're still winning. They're still winning." I'm like, I don't know about that.
Nobody wants to realize.
And they were playing like 8 men in the box, so they were daring Barkley to run the ball. I think if they'd have struck him downfield,
all it takes is 2 crucial offensive or 2 crucial defensive linemen to be out, and you got problems on the interior.
Yeah, but I just think they have to try something different. That's what they didn't do. They didn't try, and I think that's part of what A.J. Brown was complaining about. They needed to, even with Barkley, they needed to try to get him, throw passes to him out of the flat, get him in some space. They had no imagination, but their defense was so good, they were still winning games. You know, whether they scored 20 points or not, their defense was holding people under 15 points. But I don't know. I would take Brown. I could put up with some stuff if you're producing.
All right.
I don't have a problem. My whole thing is, I think when you get 50-something people on a team, the same thing when I used to supervise, you're gonna have some people that are not gonna get along with everybody. But if they come and do their work, you know, I can overlook it. They start screwing up with their work, they got a problem.
Right. Okay.
Well, look, we've been on about an hour. Anybody got any closing things they'd like to say? Mike, we appreciate you joining us this week, man.
Well, appreciate it. And since I'm not on frequently, let's start with looking forward to the Winter Olympics. I'm not a winter sports fan, but once every 4 years I could pretend.
Okay. This starts like February 4th or something like that.
Early February, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, I appreciate being on again.
And we appreciate you joining us, man.
Yeah.
Like to come back.
All right. Well, we want to thank everybody from Earl. I'm sorry. Did you have anything you wanted to say?
No.
Sorry.
I wanted to talk about the NBA, but so we ran out of time. So no. And nobody is pressing me that much in the NBA right now.
I guess we'll put a little more time into that next week.
Yeah. It was a good show for what we had. That's the most important thing.
That's right. That's the whole thing.
All
right. Well, we didn't get any comments from any viewers. So if anybody's out there watching it, see, we do this every week at 7:00. Feel free to tune in when we're doing it live. Have comments. We'll try to get your comments on the air. Mike, once again, it's a pleasure having you on. And we'll say goodbye to everybody out there and see you next week.